Should be good now.
Kyle's here this morning to film the Inside EVs podcast. He needed a quiet place with Wi-Fi, and that we had. So we're listening to Kyle on the phone at a very low bandwidth to make sure he has what he needs for the podcast. We want him to have all the bandwidth.
Right, we don't have bandwidth problems, but just as sure as we watched him up on the big screen, they need to have bandwidth problems. We don't want to cause him any heartache today.
So Don's having a good time interacting on the video comments while they're live. He's a big Martin fan from EV News Daily, so this is really fun for Don.
Yes.
I guess we've missed it a few times before because it's just a little early in the day for us.
It's too early for in the morning.
But yeah, we're enjoying it today. It's just as well we got up a few minutes early for Kyle this morning because our neighbor has started building whatever it is they're building over there. Like I said, I'm pretty sure it's a big shed. I can see the frame going up and they were hammering at 7:45. So Kyle brought his dad's 2013 Model S down from Connecticut a few days ago. His dad has owned many Teslas. This is just one of the current ones, and you know Kyle's mom has a Tesla. I see the cats have adorned the car with a few mud prints. Sorry, Kyle. Alyssa's liable to think it's cute. Sweet looking car. Yeah, this isn't just any Model S, it's a P85 Plus Model S. Ruby has plenty of charge, but I'm going to go ahead and plug her in. It's just a little after 10, and she'll pick up, 25, 30 miles. We are going to Raleigh, Tesla, to test drive the Model Y. Yeah, one of our friends, Julio, he was just up there and test drove it, and we had heard and seen on Facebook that it was up there, and we were able to get a test drive at noon today. So they're just letting people take it out by themselves, handing them the key card after they, sign the release and prove insurance and hand over their, let them make a photocopy of your driver's license. I'll get the exact procedure when we're up there, but it's a no contact experience with other people. So I'm thinking it'll be perfectly fine for us to do that, and I'm pretty excited. Be more excited if someone from Nevada would call us with our VIN, which has not happened yet, and we've been checking. Julio also had a chance to drive by the new service and sales center up on Glenwood, and it's really coming along and it's looking good. It looks like Tesla. They've got the outside painted. I'll put a picture up here.
All right.
So I handed Kyle 4 of our Tesla caching cars. He has Stormtrooper, Sapphire, Onyx, and Snow. Right. Yep, he's going to put them out on his travels for me. I think now that we're in phase 2, we can, people won't be quite as concerned about taking them at the superchargers.
Right. Yeah.
And Kyle may now be the owner of a very tiny Lego smart car.
I didn't know you could make a smart car smaller than my smart car, but apparently it's possible.
Yep. And we may be launching some additional Tesla caching cars soon, so stay tuned.
That's right.
Well, you can certainly tell it's Memorial Day weekend. We're on Piney Grove Wilbon, which is kind of the back road, and there was a guy pulled over a couple miles back, and then there's another sheriff's deputy there waiting to pull somebody over. So you can certainly tell it's a holiday. Wow, look at that blue sky. Woo, it's pretty up there. We are headed to Tesla for our test drive. It was awesome to see.
Model Y test drive.
Yes, not just any test drive.
Model Y test drive.
Yeah, so we're pretty excited about that. Don's ready for his test drive with his mask and his gloves. The Model Y is here, but it's around back right now, so our advisor is going to pull it around for us. You're cute.
Oh, I want to be handsome. I don't want to be cute.
All right, you're handsome.
Studly.
There it is. So this is not Ruby, but it could be Ruby. Ruby's parked down on the street. As the Model Y came around the corner, I said it's a funky little mix of Model 3 and Model X all in one. And I guess there's a red, white, and blue lineup, so I better get that picture.
Okay, so the reason that I no longer have, one of the reasons Model 3 is because I couldn't get in and out of it. So here we go, the first time getting into the Model Y. I'm going to get in it like I get into all the other cars I've ever owned.
Not some funky sideways thing.
No sideways, I can get in it normal.
Great. We want Don to be happy. It was a little risky letting him do the test drive today, right? We want Don to be thrilled.
That's right.
And then we want Tesla to call with our VIN. Yeah, step your foot on the brake. Don's first drive. She says we have it for up to 30 minutes.
It's 12:13, so we should be back by about 12:45 for sure. The regen is actually holding us on the hill right here. I stopped on it going downhill. It feels a lot like Ruby with the exception of the sun visor. I guess I should probably take the time a little bit and really get the seat nailed the way I want. So I've got the seat all the way down from a height point of view. It's a little close maybe. That's a little back. Okay. It's like the Model 3 with the headrest.
But it's hitting you in a good spot, right?
I actually enjoyed the headrest on the Model 3 on the trip with Kyle because I could actually put my head back.
Yeah, it looks like it hits you at a good spot. It's a little, I mean, it hits me okay too, but.
Right.
Yeah, well, my first impression is wow, I forgot just exactly how minimalistic the Model 3 dash is. I mean, I get that Ruby's is minimalistic too, but I guess the yeah, punch it, Donnie. I guess the
yeah, she's quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's quick. That was 70.
Woo! I like it. All I was trying to say is without the instrument cluster, there is one more level of minimalistic here in the 3 or the Y with the dash.
Right. Although, let's see, what's the way to say this? I can tell you already, if you're like me and the legs stretching out in the 3 was something that you noticed, it's not there in the Y. The legs, I'm very close to Ruby. I wouldn't say the same as the Model X, but there is no sensation that, oh my God, my legs are stretched out in front of me and stuff that it's like I noticed immediately that I've got
leg room.
Well, the leg room, but the angle, you know.
Your knees, how perpendicular or not they are.
I've been driving vehicles for a long time, and I don't own low, sleek cars. I haven't owned any, so all the cars I've ever owned, except for the Model 3, were normal height type seat, had typical seating heights. It wasn't low slung, but this thing is, yeah, baby.
Woo!
Gotta be careful. I don't want to get a ticket.
Yeah, Memorial Day weekend we've seen a lot of cops, so.
Yeah. Well, the other thing is, she said I have to obey the traffic laws, and you know, Tesla records everything.
Right.
Oh, this is different.
Yeah, the autopilot housing up there is a little
that's
different.
Yeah, than the Model 3.
Yeah, it looks longish.
I'm liking the driving experience. It's very Model X-like. The 3, I always felt like I was in I don't want to say a sports car, but you know, that a low to the ground, sporty kind of car. In Ruby, I always felt really comfortable because it's more what I was always used to, is from a car's height off the road, that type of experience. And I would tell you the Model Y fills that niche just fine. So if you're the person who likes low slung, sporty, you know, sports car type, you know, go-kart, the probably Model Y isn't going to give you that. Yeah, Model 3 would give you that. But if you're the type that felt like the Model 3 was pretty low, it was very low to the ground, or it's something you constantly noticed, then the Model Y absolutely, you don't have that sensation at all. It feels, I mean, I am stoked about that part of the experience. And it seems to be very quiet.
I agree, it seems quiet. I'm also noticing in the door panel over here that there is Alcantara. Not up here, but in on the sides of both doors.
Yeah, that, I suspect that will change.
Well, this is a performance. The bottom of the pocket here has like an anti-slip thing in it. That's nice. I still think your water bottle could fit here if you want. So this car has 448 miles on it, and it is performance. I think we said that, but just to be clear, I don't know if 2020.12.11 is current or not, probably. And full self-driving computer. Does not have the garage door opener installed. So this one part of the middle row seat was down when we got in it, and it is not 100% completely flat, but it is pretty darn flat, and certainly looks like a large seating and cargo area back there. I mean, is it a little smaller than Ruby? Yes. Is it tons smaller than Ruby? No. It looks like there's also Alcantara on the door panel in the middle row as well. I'm a fan. The roof liner is not, however. The roof liner is not. Don just adjusted the steering wheel a bit. On Ruby, this is not how we do this, so we had to think about it for half a second.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm liking that a little bit.
Is that better?
Yeah.
So Don was pointing out that the mirrors are really different. Folks had talked about, what is the term for that we've lost? We've lost the auto dimming,
auto dimming.
The mirror glass material is like not the same. We paid more attention to what Ruby was doing for us after we read about that not being on the Y. But the shape is a little different too. We're not saying that it's bad. Well, I mean, I guess we'd like to still have the auto dimming, but the shape, I'm not saying it's bad, it's just different. For the record, I am quite comfortable in the seat, and also I feel like I have tons of leg room. Let me see how far back the seat is. It was pretty far back, but I've also moved it pretty far forward, and I still have tons of leg room. So I think that's comfortable. We did a little adjustment. We moved it off of our feet and up on our face only, and we also, Dawn adjusted where the vent was pointing a little bit. How did you do that again?
You just use your fingers.
Just use your fingers?
Well,
oh yeah, I see that now on the side, that's what that does. Pretty cool. I don't want it pointing at the ceiling at us is good. That visualization is neat. I asked Don to remind me the right way to open the Model Y/3 door so I didn't hit the emergency release. And my hand was going for the emergency release, although there's a little white line. So Don was gonna pop the trunk. It went up by itself, yes! That's great. That's fantastic. That's what it should have done. Yep, I like the hidden space. That's close to what Ruby has. This feels slightly cushier, different, in a good way, in a positive way. I know when I push my little red thing front to back on Ruby with the third row seats that there is a little lip here. And there's a little lip on the Y as well. Not a big deal, but
wow, they're heavy.
yeah.
Yeah, that takes a little muscle. Not like
But it's not electric.
nope. It only goes down like it's like you're cocking the spring. Here, I'll push the button. You ready?
All right, push it. I did see that button back there. Oh, but not back up. Okay. Let me see what I think when I pull it back up. Oh, holy crap. Oh, I'm not putting on. It was that stiff. I had trouble. Of course, you know, I'm on the wrong side of the car and I'm filming and that's my left hand, but that I think some people would have trouble.
I'm gonna get in the back seat.
Okay.
Oh, wow, baby. I got the front seat where I sit right now. I didn't even think about that. I just got out of the car.
Look at all that leg room.
Jiminy
Cricket. Look at that leg room.
Wow.
All right, Tesla needs to call with our VIN. We're sold.
Yeah.
Call with the VIN.
Wow. Now, there's supposed to be some kind of back adjustment somehow on the back seats. I don't exactly remember how that works. Let me check. There's a center console?
There is.
Oh yeah. Yeah, cup holders.
All right, Johnny, here you go, bud.
Yeah, really?
Although maybe Mr. Don's ready for someday you driving and him having the back seat.
Yeah. Oh, well, I tell you what. I'll be real honest. Folks, this has got more than the second row in the Model X. And the headroom is perfect. I am sitting dead straight up. It's, you know, military type attention. And I have at least an inch over my head. And the view is beautiful.
Well, I'd have to say that I'm sort of against Model X with the middle row, the 5 or the 7-seater, because I don't like that bench seat. I like the single captain chair experience that we have in our 6-seater, but I'd have to say, Donnie, that you look like you're in a captain's chair, 100% comfortable, even though that's a bench seat. So that
Yes.
I think they've done good stuff there.
I would say, the only thing I would say is the, it does feel a little, the seat feels supportive. Maybe it doesn't feel cushy like a couch. It feels, you know, more like stiff. I mean, not hard. I mean, it's comfortable. But I would say that it's definitely not, if you're looking to sink into, swallowed up by the cushion, the Tesla cushion's not going to do that.
So here's where the buttons were for when Don dropped the seat, and then Don says the buttons to adjust the seat, or he found them, they're there.
If you could, it has 3 positions on the seat. 1, oh, that's too much. 1, 2, 3. That's straight up.
And then it will go down from there too.
And then it goes, yeah, if you hold it, it just goes
down. So you don't have to do it down from the back, but there is down in the back at the back also.
I said one thing wrong. That's as far back as it goes. See, look how far back it is now.
Right, you're reclined. I can see it in comparison to the other seat.
Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, baby, come back. That's too far for me.
It's getting to be nap time. It's going on 1 p.m. Apparently it's not 3 positions. It's more like a how long you hold it is how far it moves, and it has a set distance it can go back and forward, but
Right.
how long you hold it depends on how far it moves.
Right, if you touch it, but it does increment up. If you just touch it, it bumps up, it just only goes a little bit. But if you hold it, you can go up and down and wherever you want to let it go, and then that's where it stays.
Yeah, well, this is a perfectly comfortable for my knees,
Right.
for my head, obviously. Too bad there aren't any clouds in the sky, but you get the gist.
Oh, the little Johnny's gonna like this. This little light.
Wow, and a coat rack, a garment hook.
Yeah.
I have that on this side too. Apparently I do.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so cute.
Yeah.
And this is important for all of the divas out there. The seatbelt does adjust up and down. You know, the Model S does not do this. The Model X does. So, way cool. Way to go, Tesla. We absolutely have to have that adjustment. So this is hard, but there are seat pockets on both middle row seats, and this part is soft. And I see the 2 charging. I think these is 1C. I can't quite tell, but there's the 2 charging and the vent. So you can hear the air conditioning. You know, in comparison to Ruby, that's pretty quiet.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's with the trunk up.
And that's with the trunk up. So
There's-
that doesn't sound too
Yeah,
bad to me. I do get
It's right
that.
there. It's
Yeah.
right underneath this plastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the little frunk is so cute. It's cute.
I agree.
But it's not flat,
Nope.
which is different than Ruby, and I think different than the Model 3 too. Is it flat in the Model 3?
Yeah, mostly I think it is. It doesn't. I don't think it has that pronounced of a crease in it.
Yeah.
No,
And we had seen this. This looks like a really good idea to me for protecting what's inside. It's not going to keep this part any cleaner.
Right.
And you can see some road dust on there,
Yeah.
which every time we wash Ruby, Don and I open the frunk and we wipe that down, and it doesn't keep the paint under the hood any cleaner. But I'm sure for the contents, which is what you really care about, inside the actual frunk itself, it is totally keeping it nice and clean inside there. So I like that. I think that was a good design change.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, it's lighter.
It is?
Yeah. It feels easy, much easier. I guess if you notice the brackets doesn't have those pneumatic things.
Oh yeah, there's no spring on the bracket.
Look at this. Did you see that?
It's like a soft open.
Like a soft open. Yeah. Okay, here we go. We're gonna close the trunk here. I hit close. And there that baby goes. Woohoo! She's getting it all adjusted. I think this is Tesla calling. It's JB. Yo! You ready, sweetie?
I am. Nobody coming. The seat may not be perfect, but it's good enough. Yeah, I know how to get there from here. Oh, creep is not on. Yuck.
Well, that's right.
I'll be a good girl and I won't turn it on to cause other people to, you know.
Right.
The steering wheel's nice and tight. You know, it feels new and grippy. The regen is like,
Putting you through the windshield.
Well, yes. Holy crap. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying I don't like it, but I was letting my foot off the accelerator like I would with Ruby, and it was too much. We were doing rock the boat, don't rock the boat, baby. I mean, it was like everywhere, so.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of super strong regen.
Well, this car has it.
Yes.
I'm just gonna say this car has it, so.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can learn how to feather just a little less. I'll feather with, you know, what this car is doing.
Yeah. One.
Whew! God, it stops
Go.
the whole car.
I got my head back, get straight. Now that car is expecting you to be in the
Yeah,
slow
I
lane doing
understand.
that.
I got you. Oh, that soft turn
Yeah, yeah.
signal.
Yeah.
Got to get reused to that.
Chick-fil-A, social distancing at Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, well, the restaurants don't open at 50% capacity for inside eating until 5
p.m.
for
I
changing
wonder
lanes.
what that's all about right there.
Yeah, but it's looking like a Tesla something.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just went past the new service and sales location. All one big, beautiful building up here on Glenwood.
Yeah, we're a little late. It's 12:48.
Right. Hopefully we haven't inconvenienced.
Yeah, well, I think if we get it back by noon, I mean, 1 and 1 will be good.
Well, I just tried to look at the instrument cluster, the non-existent instrument cluster. So yesterday we were watching a video from the Tesla, Frugal Tesla guy, and he is a weatherman somewhere out west. I don't know that it's California.
Redmond, California,
okay.
yes.
And he was reviewing a HUD display for the Tesla Model 3, Model Y. And I have to say that if I were driving this car all the time, that display would absolutely be going in the car because I want the speed limit on the window in front of me. I like the instrument cluster in the X. I don't really care about the navigation or the radio stuff being up there. I really don't use the navigation looks really pretty on the Model X driver instrument cluster, but I don't really use it. But I do use it for speed and which gear I'm in, like to make sure if I'm stopped someplace with my foot on the brake in a parking area that like I know if I'm in drive or reverse before I move the car. I sort of rely on it for that. Now maybe I can get used to just looking over here, but I still think for trips and stuff I'd really like to see a HUD display. It's like, what was it, $350?
Yeah, $350.
Yeah.
And I guess I said, oh, I wasn't exactly enamored with it. I guess I'm going to wait and see how much that company does with it, and if there's others or something like that for the Y. Because you have to understand the Model 3's been out a while, and it's sold really well, but the Model Y is, you know, this time next year there's going to be a ton of Model Ys out there. A lot more, even far exceeding the Model 3.
Don thinks the price will come down on it. I was ready to order it yesterday.
Well, it's not so much the price is going to come down. I'm sure it's still going to be $350. I'm thinking the features.
Well, Donnie, I swear, my foot is not on the brake and the car is not moving. It's total one pedal driving.
It is.
It's every bit as strong as the Bolt and maybe stronger.
Right.
I mean, it's like, wow, what a difference in one pedal driving.
See, I had drove Kyle's Model 3 back in February, and I had discovered the one pedal drive, so that part wasn't as big a shock to me as it was you. But yes, I had noticed that. I said it literally stopped on a hill, a steep hill coming out of the Tesla parking lot.
Well, driving is believing or understanding or comprehending. It's not that I didn't believe you, but it was just like,
wow.
It's wowed me, and not much wows me about the Tesla experience because I'm already way wowed. So that was like, goodness gracious.
Yes. And I don't know how creep mode works with that.
Right. Well, I'd have to be able to put it in park to change it to see. But
right.
Yeah, because that could all. Well, I mean, let me just be clear. Ruby regen's fine for me.
Right.
Don likes
I like
more
more
regen. I'm interested in my comfort in the driving, and I know for some of you guys and enthusiasts out there, you want max, mileage, performance. You don't want to move your. I don't know what appeals to you.
It's this heavy foot. Having to lift this heavy foot of mine and put it on the other pedal. I don't care. I've often said with Ruby, I wish Tesla
Yeah, I mean, it goes to zero. I mean, it went to zero. Like, right. I'm not, and it's not going backwards on the hill either, which would totally freak me out if that was happening. So,
right. Yeah, what I was saying is that I wanted Tesla to actually waste a little battery and put reverse torque on the induction motors in our Model X to stop the car. That last couple miles an hour, that last little bit, please waste some battery and stop the car. I would prefer to give up a little range and just let the thing stop and give me true one pedal driving by doing a little reverse torque on the motors right there to stop the car, and then hold you know, lock the motors or whatever you have to do to make it stay in place. And obviously they figured that out because they have hold, so hill hold. So I don't know. I like regen because I like the sensation. I like that total control with my foot. That is actually a very interesting experience for me.
And it makes me feel a little off kilter, and I wonder if I'm sitting there totally stopped on regen and somebody hits me from behind, if I'm more likely to hit the car in front of me more because my foot's not on the brake.
Right. But
I worry about that, so my comfort level is just a little...
yeah, well, I saw it go into hold mode.
Ah, okay.
When you stopped,
You did.
It went into hold mode. Well,
All right, I
yeah.
understand. If I have another chance to show it, I will.
Yeah.
Right now I'm changing. Like I said, I didn't quite get the side mirrors adjusted where I wanted them, so my ability to see right now is slightly limited. If we were going to be driving for more than another half a mile, we'd be pulling over and I'd be adjusting those mirrors where I wanted them.
Well, I would have to tell you the half-hour test drive, folks, flies by. It's been closer to 45 minutes now.
We're sorry.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, granted, we stopped and oohed all and sat in the back seat and did those kind of things, but that's what you want to do. So I would tell you, 30 minutes may sound like a long test drive, but when you and your wife are
Oogling the car.
well, yeah, well, oogling or we're doing. I'm just trying
Investigating, understanding, learning.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't spend a lot of time. I mean, if you were a cold
Right,
turkey,
if you'd never driven a Tesla and this was your first one, shoot, you could spend 30 minutes figuring out the controls on the car, let alone...
You know, I had no trouble with the key card. I knew immediately to put the key card exactly where to go. But, you know, I'm just trying to say the touchless thing, you're going to be hard-pressed really... because we just went down a couple miles on the interstate. I mean, I wanted strictly to see what it felt like on the freeway, and it felt great. It was quiet at 70 miles an hour, effortless. I mean, all those things. And then I also wanted to do stop and go traffic, and it does that well. So I'm telling you, this is I'm stoked. I'm telling you, this.
Call us with our VIN.
Yeah.
Please call us with our VIN.
Pretty much.
We're waiting.
Yeah, pretty much. I would say yes. When they call, we'll do. It's still recording.
It is. I was just making sure.
No. I figured I'd let
You're
Mary
right. I'm in hold.
Yes, she's in hold.
It automatically did the hold thing.
Yeah. Well,
so
it goes into hold.
it does. Well, I would like to, the car's name on the computer is Vanessa. I would like to return Vanessa, but you know what? We're going to have to spin down by Swan Food Services and come about.
Yeah.
Because I feel like stomping it one more time before we turn it back over.
Yeah, she didn't get her full.
I didn't get, we weren't out on the turnpike.
Right.
If we were out in the turnpike, I could have, on ramp or something,
Right.
I could have.
Right. I agree, and I'll try to get this on video here, and we'll try to do it. Yeah, we're late. They're just going to have to be more in trouble.
I think 2 more minutes will be okay. I think my phone actually rang, so hopefully that wasn't them because, I'm driving. Hi, Ruby.
Yeah. Okay. Go, girl. 30, 40, 50, 60. Let off. So what did you think about getting in and out of Ruby? Did you even notice?
I didn't notice.
That's the best way to look at it. I thought the same thing when
I didn't notice a thing. It was like I got out of Ruby.
Right.
Exactly.
And I need to say in the back seat it was the same way. I just stepped in and stepped out. Whereas in the Model 3, I kind of had to pull my foot in.
Yep.
I'm really stoked that they put the plastic along the bottom like Ruby for the rock chips.
From rock chips.
And even if you wanted to put a little plastic mud guard up here, at least it's not going to be rubbing on paint. It'll be rubbing on this plastic.
Sure.
So it probably won't scratch it up much. It won't do like the paint. I've been told that the Tesla mud flaps will actually, the gravel gets sand and it actually wears the paint down behind them. So once you take them off, you have paint damage there underneath where they were. So I'm kind of paranoid about that kind of stuff. So I'm really happy to see that along the bottom.
So was there anything you didn't like?
Actually, I'm going to be real. I know I'm a fanboy. I would say no. I liked everything. In fact, I even like the center screen. The thing in the front, I find myself watching that more than the instrument cluster. This I just enjoy driving the car. Now I did look at the speedometer a couple times, but you know, autopilot, you sort of get used to it in traffic work cruise control. Oh, it was totally awesome. All right. It was a
Call us with our VIN.
yes, give me my VIN.
Oh, you already have one ordered?
Oh yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's stoked. The trunk is both trunk and the frunk. I think they've made improvements. I think I haven't raised the frunk on a Model 3 lately, so I don't know, but they've done better with the frunk.
Yeah, the open and close mechanism and the sealing and
the shut and everything is just improved. You know, people are putting wider springs in the latch, so it's easier to close and things like that. I would tell you Tesla took that feedback. They put a spring. I think it's a lot. You don't have to crush it to close the thing.
Yep.
I like the blacked out stuff pretty well. I mean, I'm definitely getting used to it. It's going to be interesting to see what that looks like on a white car.
I didn't pay any attention, but here's the little spoiler. I like it well enough. I don't like it as much as I like the spoiler on my 91 Integra GS, but
It's got the red line underneath the
dual motor. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, one of the biggest reasons I think he blacked out the chrome on the Model Y, I realize it possibly saves a little bit of money.
And Sandy Monroe said it's greener.
It's greener, but I think he did it so that people would be able to easily differentiate the Model 3 from the Model Y at a distance. There was a Model Y over there at the paint protection place. I mean, excuse me, a Model 3. When I first saw it, I was like, is that a Model Y?
Well, thanks for the tip, because I hadn't figured that out yet.
Then I
And
know,
you're right.
oh, it's got chrome. It's a Model 3.
Yeah, well, thanks for the tip, because I hadn't figured that out
So,
yet.
It may be true to say that if you see blacked out, it ain't guaranteed it's a Model Y, but I guarantee if you see chrome, it's a Model 3.
Yeah, it's a good way to look at it.
Here she goes. Woo!
They're going to disinfect her in the back before anyone else takes her back.
What was the name?
Vanessa.
Vanessa.
Very, very sexy.
Very Vanessa.
Down here at Mineral Springs Park, they have installed the new footbridge. It looks like they're not 100% done with it. I have to say I really like it. It's got a nice rounded arched pattern. It looks like something they had purchased and brought in as a piece and laid down, although I can't confirm that for sure, but I don't believe it was assembled there. And maybe that's why we were waiting on it for a bit, because it was custom built for that location. At any point, I like it, and hopefully it'll be open the rest of the way soon. Don has the tarp off, and he's cleaning it up and getting it ready to dry so he can stow it. The center looks pretty wet, but the outside doesn't look so bad. Guess it just depends if we get more rain. Showers are in the forecast. See, I do let Don take naps. I was gonna get a picture of Tux in the middle of the bridge sound asleep. Him and Don had the same idea, but he had walked up here to the front porch. So the sun is off of this area now, and Don is working on doing some leveling. Okay, I got him relocated back by us so it won't cause Panther any troubles, and he looks pretty comfy. There's some rain headed our way. Hopefully we have another 30 minutes, not sure. I got the driveway blown. Don got his tarp washed off, dried. We folded it up. He rinsed off Ruby. I've now got her back in the garage. She was dried off before the rain comes. And we're just plugging along, I guess, until the rain runs us off. I don't think we've had any rain since midnight, and the rain gauge says 3.5 inches. I'm gonna dump it. That's Monday night through Thursday midnight. I don't mean for the rain gauge to be scientific, just for fun. Don's going to get the mail. It's actually 7:20. It's a little later than I thought. I thought it was mostly just dark because of the storm that's brewing. We've heard a couple of rumbles of thunder, but not seen any flashes, no rain, no wind gust or anything. And I'm pleased to say that we are level. All right, first raindrops coming down. Supposed to be clear tomorrow morning, so I suspect it's likely we'll lay some boards down tomorrow.